Hey everyone, Brian here with my SummerSlam 2018 predictions. After work, which is about midnight, I'm going to probably do about a 2 hour stream of my predictions for this in the form of WWE 2K18. There are 13 matches altogether for SummerSlam. It's going to be like a 2 hour pre-show and a 4 hour main show, I think. So we'll just go through all of them. For the pre-show, Rusev and Lana versus Almas and Vega. I'm going to go with Almas and Vega to win. It's sad to see that at the last pay-per-view, Rusev was literally in a WWE title match, and now he's on the pre-show of SummerSlam in the space of, 5-6 weeks. But again, Almas is building himself up. Aiden English will probably get involved and still cost them, maybe leading to them actually breaking up finally. We've also got the B Team defending the Raw Tag Team titles against the rival. Going to go with the B Team to win again. They are kind of playing on this whole undefeated streak thing that they're sort of like happy with every win they got. It'll be through some shenanigans or another that they'll retain, but I'm going to go with the B Team anyway. And then finally, we've got Cedric Alexander versus Drew Gulak for the Cruiserweight Championship. I'm going to go with Drew Gulak. I haven't watched any 205 Live. I just know that recently Cedric Alexander and someone else got themselves in a bit of trouble with some like really old tweets, which seems to be a thing that keeps popping up on the odd occasion, where it's like, he said this 5 years ago, therefore he's a bad person. Where it's like a long time before they become like famous or actually more well known. Because obviously like James Gunn had that as well, where it's like they found tweets from like 5 to 6 years ago. They're like, oh, he said that. You shouldn't have him as a director, blah blah blah. And like it could have been him like naive before he even became a director and stuff like that. But yeah, so because he's got himself in some little bit of trouble, I feel like that's why Drew Gulak's going to take off him. Plus, it's one of those ones again where it's like, I wanted them as a champion for so long, and then they become a champion, and then because they have no character, they're just really bland. Cedric is essentially, I'm a really good wrestler, I will take on anyone, anytime type thing. And it's like, he has good matches, but other than that, he doesn't have anything. Like, essentially, him and Ali was like, it was the heart and soul of 205 Live or something. It's all right. They don't really have anything other than that, I've gone for Drew Gulak to win that one. Mainly because we saw him need a new champion, and things always work better when there's heel champions. We've got Shinsuke Nakamura defending his US title against Jeff Hardy in the rematch clause. One thing I don't like about this pay-per-view is 4 of Raw's matches are rematches, 3 of them being from Extreme Rules, and 1 of them we've already seen 3 times. This one's the only SmackDown rematch, which makes sense. So basically, Jeff lost his title at the last pay-per-view, and this is basically his rematch clause. Makes sense. So I've gone for Shinsuke to win this because Jeff was apparently supposed to be going away for a while, but he hasn't yet, which is strange. Maybe this is how they send him off. We've got Finn Balor versus Baron Corbin, one of the rematches I was talking about. Again, why can't this be on the pre-show? It didn't have anything worth going for on the last pay-per-view. It doesn't have anything going for it at this pay-per-view. I'm going to go for Baron to win because Finn won last time, so God knows how we're going to get a fucking third one. Again, I don't really care for this match that much. It's just there to be there, I guess. We've got Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins in another one of the rematches, again from Extreme Rules. It sort of makes sense, but not as much, because Seth's rematch clause was at Extreme Rules, and he lost, therefore he shouldn't have another rematch unless he earns it. So essentially the whole thing was, Dolph's got Drew in his corner, and now Seth has the returning Dean Ambrose from Monday in his corner. So I'm going to go with Dolph to win again. I don't think Dean will turn on Seth. It would be too soon, especially just how quickly he's come back. Maybe they'll put him back in the tag title picture afterwards. Dolph could probably face someone else afterwards, maybe Finn. I don't know. I'm going to get Dolph to retain. It'll be like a good 20-minute match or something, maybe even to open up the show, like the IC title mainly does. It did main event the last one though, so that was something. Braun Strowman versus Kevin Owens, again, another rematch. And it's essentially Kevin Owens going for Braun Strowman's Money in the Bank briefcase, which Kevin Owens has had some logic to it. It's like, what if Braun just sort of cashes it in whilst he's there? It's like, one, like he has a point. Obviously, he could cash in wherever, but the main point is Brock Lesnar's never there to cash in. I think Brown says, well, then go and distract him or something. So basically, he gets him like disqualified, counted out, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. Basically, if Strowman loses anyway, he loses a briefcase. It's not the same as a title, which makes me strongly believe that Kevin Owens could win, but I'm going to go with Braun Strowman instead. Maybe he'll even cash in later on Brock Lesnar, who knows. But yeah, I've got Braun to win that one. We've got Daniel Bryan versus The Miz, which is probably the best built-up match of the pay-per-view. I'm going to go with The Miz to win this one. Maybe cheaply or something. Like grab the tights, or Maurice will show up despite the fact she's taking care of their baby, obviously. But I feel like The Miz will win, have that as build as momentum. I'm hoping later on Collins win the WWE title and they can have a match at WrestleMania. Who knows? Yeah, it should be a really good match. It's got a brilliant build-up to it. Carmella defending her SmackDown Women's Championship against Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair, who was recently added. Brings a lot more intrigue to it. Obviously, it was going to be Becky Lynch versus Carmella, with the fact that Becky Lynch actually beat Carmella, and that was how she earned her title match. And then Charlotte returned and went, oh, if I can beat Carmella, they're like, I'll be added too. And obviously she goes and beats Carmella. Carmella's been like, it's one of those things, it's like, it's good because obviously she's annoying as a champion, but it's also bad because she can't, obviously she's not as good a wrestler. She has improved, but she's not as good as Becky and Charlotte. And it's sort of, it becomes rinse and repeat after a while. And like literally Charlotte says she's a diva living in a women's wrestling era, and she's like, oh, I'm proud to be a diva. It's like, please don't go back to that. That's the last thing we need. But I'm going to take Becky Lynch to win, mainly because it has been a year and a half since she's had a title, because she lost to Alexa Bliss at TLC 2016. And Charlotte's already been a 5-time women's champion. She was, I think it was 4-time Raw, 1-time SmackDown. Or it's the other way around, I think it's 4-time SmackDown, 1-time Raw. So she doesn't really need it. Also, she's been a Divas champion. She was the, obviously, NXT women's champion. So she's had plenty. Becky Lynch has had the 1 title reign. So Becky Lynch probably deserves it a lot more than Charlotte does. But I feel like Charlotte will turn on Becky afterwards. But I'm going to go Becky Lynch to win that match. Bludgeon Brothers defending the SmackDown Tag Team Championships against the New Day. I'm going to go for the New Day to win, mainly because Bludgeon Brothers haven't really done anything with it. Like, they had it, they defended against the Usos, and it was Team Hell No, and now they've got this match. Other than that, they've not been that appealing to me. But I'm going to go Big E to win, therefore, so then the Bar can go after it. And then Sanity, maybe like one of those 2 teams could win the title afterwards. I'm going to go for the New Day to win that one. We've got Alexa Bliss defending her Raw Women's Championship against Ronda Rousey. I'm going to go Ronda to win, mainly because, like, if I was going to go with Charlotte to win the SmackDown Women's Championship, then it could be Ronda versus Charlotte at WWE Evolution, I think it's called, the women's pay-per-view. But I'm going to go Ronda to win, because that way, if it's at SummerSlam, Big 4, big money, all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm just going to go with Ronda to win that one. It should be alright. I wouldn't be against it. What other matches have I missed? AJ Styles defending his WWE Championship against Samoa Joe, the one that basically people have wanted for a long time will finally get it. And I love the fact they'll get it at SummerSlam as well. It's going to be difficult, as like they've recently just put a WWE Chronicles episode out with Samoa Joe, and it's like after all that build, it's like either he has to win the WWE title or it's all for nothing. Or there's the rumor that they're going to try and eclipse both CM Punk and Brock Lesnar's reigns as champion, because obviously the WWE Championship is one CM Punk had 434 days, so basically that's one AJ Styles is holding, and also because Brock surpassed that with the Universal title, and because of all the controversy surrounding it, I think they might do that. So I'm gonna go with Styles. If Joe wins, I'm more than happy if Joe wins, but I'm gonna go with Styles for just that alone. It should be a brilliant match, hopefully, not as like, because obviously the AJ and Shinsuke thing didn't go down so well like everyone wanted, but I'm sure AJ and Joe can do just as well, if not better. And finally, the fourth rematch, which this is the fourth fucking time we've had it now. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. I genuinely couldn't give a shit about this match. I gave up on Raw after Roman won against Bobby Lashley become number one contender. Just essentially stopped watching. I was like, I'm not watching this crap anymore. For 3.5 years now they've tried this, and it's not going to work. It's basically 3 years too late as to what they're going to do, which they basically teased that Brock and Paul were no longer to work together, and then Paul Heyman sprayed Roman in the eyes with pepper spray, and it turns out it was all a ruse. They actually are friends, and this could either lead to a double turn or not. But what they should have done was have that build-up for ages. Then at SummerSlam, Paul turn on Brock and help Roman win. Because I'm going to go for Roman, because I think Brock's going to be leaving again. If Brock wins, why should Roman get another shot? It's 4 times he's had a shot, and he's not won any of them. So, I don't get what makes him so deserving of all these title matches. And his build-up from WrestleMania 34 to this is he moans that he gets given title opportunities. Who the fuck does that? Oh, they put me on the top and giving me more money. Oh, boo-hoo, It's like, how can you sympathise with Roman that way at all? Anyway, other than me rambling on for hours about how much this whole Roman thing just doesn't work, I'm going for Roman to win, possibly Paul Heyman side with him. If not, then it's going to be how they end the show, and the fans are going to shit all over it, because it's basically what we've had to suffer with for 3.5 years. But they're all my predictions for SummerSlam. I'll go through them again, just working all the way up. So I'll come for the B team. Almas and Vega, The Miz, Baron Corbin, Shinsuke, Drew Gulak, Becky Lynch, Dolph Ziggler, Braun Strowman, New Day, AJ Styles, Ronda Rousey, and Roman Reigns. They're my predictions for SummerSlam. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.